Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. The result? C minus. This guy is below par. He has some issues to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's much better at talking than doing, and you'll see him make promises he can't keep. While he may charm people with his energy for a while, his lack of steady effort and messy approach will hold him back. When things don't go his way, he might get angry or blame others instead of fixing the situation.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's more likely to explode than calmly fix the problem. Expect shouting, blaming, or even picking fights if he feels cornered. Instead of quietly working to fix mistakes, he might storm out or lash out.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work will find him difficult and may try to avoid him. He often pushes his own ideas strongly and doesn't care much about other people's feelings, which leads to arguments or even shouting matches. If you want peace in your life, his workplace drama may spill over into your relationship too.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you succeed in your career, he's more likely to feel threatened than proud. He might act out, make sharp comments, or try to put you down to feel better about himself. Instead of cheering you on, he may become jealous or moody, and you could face more arguments at home.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he is likely to feel insecure and even resentful. Instead of being happy for your success, he might start making snide remarks or picking fights over small things. You could find yourself walking on eggshells, worried about upsetting him.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is more likely to spend without thinking than to handle money carefully. With little patience for planning or saving, you might notice him buying things on impulse or making flashy purchases just to feel good in the moment. This kind of approach can lead to money problems down the line.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's likely to pretend he's richer than he really is. You'll notice him wanting to impress others by buying expensive things, even if he can't truly afford them. When bills come or reality catches up, he can get defensive or angry.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is not naturally open handed or kind. especially when it comes to sharing or supporting others. His focus is more on what he wants, and he may act selfishly with both money and his attention. If you're hoping for warmth, generosity, and support, you may often feel let down by him.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is more likely to be secretive and controlling about money. If something goes wrong financially, he might hide it or even blame you instead of being open about the issue. When you ask about spending or saving, expect short answers or even arguments, but not real teamwork.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's likely to believe that housework is mostly your job, not something to share fairly. You may hear him say things like, "That's not my work," or see him ignore chores completely, expecting you to handle everything at home. When you ask for help, he might brush it off or even get irritated.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's the kind who mostly stands by watching or giving orders rather than actually rolling up his sleeves to help with chores or diapers. You might find him pointing out what needs to be done or telling you how to do it, but not lifting a finger himself. It's important to know real support comes from actions, not just words.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's much more likely to argue just to prove he's right rather than really understanding your side. When you share your feelings or concerns, he'll often jump in quickly with his own opinion, talking over you or dismissing what you say. If you want true understanding and partnership, you'll struggle to find it with him.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he's very likely to say hurtful things or act aggressive instead of staying respectful. You may hear shouting, nasty remarks, or feel scared by how quickly his temper flares. This behavior can leave deep wounds and make home feel unsafe.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is definitely the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. His temper can flare up over small things, and he won't always care if he's hurting your feelings. You deserve a home that is peaceful, not one where you are worried about sudden outbursts.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He has a hard time saying sorry and taking responsibility. Instead, when something goes wrong, he's quick to blame you or make excuses. This makes it tough to solve problems as a team and can leave you feeling worn down.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is not likely to respect your boundaries and may ignore when you say no. If you refuse something, he might push back, argue, or try to get his way instead of accepting your decision quietly. Real respect means stopping when asked, but he struggles with that.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is the kind of man who takes it personally. If you're not in the mood for intimacy, if you say no or need space, he may get upset, sulk, or make you feel guilty rather than respecting your feelings. Remember, your comfort and wishes are important and should always be respected.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You cannot fully trust him to handle private moments with care. If you ever argue or if he's upset, he may use things you shared in confidence to hurt or embarrass you. He's not very thoughtful about feelings and sometimes holds on to things just to win later fights.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is the kind of man who can be easily distracted by other women. His need for excitement and attention often pulls him toward new things, and he may not think deeply about how his actions affect you. If you notice him flirting or roaming eyes, it's not just your imagination.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to be overpossessive, showing jealousy and trying to control what you do. He may question you about where you go, who you talk to, or even get upset over small things like a friendly chat with someone else. You might feel watched, doubted, or always defending your actions.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what he calls protective is really just a cover for being controlling. At first, it might seem like he cares about your safety, But over time, you'll notice he wants to make all the decisions and limit your freedom. Don't confuse control for care. One keeps you safe, the other keeps you stuck.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. He's unlikely to step up for daily tasks or share the load without being asked, and may even act as if looking after the kids is mainly your job. If things get tough or busy, he could pull away or complain rather than pitching in.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. You may see him shouting, getting harsh, or saying things that hurt their feelings rather than guiding them with patience. Instead of helping the children learn from mistakes, his quick anger can make them scared or anxious around him.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He's unlikely to truly support your role as both a mother and your own person. You may find him expecting you to focus only on home and family while ignoring your personal needs, dreams, or a career. Remember, a good partner lifts you up in every part of life, not just one.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might support your career for now, but later ask you to quit once you have a child. His support may feel shaky or temporary, and he could change his expectations as soon as family responsibilities grow. Ask yourself if his words and actions truly match your dreams, not just his changing plans.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface rather than show real warmth to your parents. You may notice him saying the right things in front of others, but without genuine care or effort to build a close bond. With him, you might often sense that everything is just for show, not from the heart. He is more likely to expect your family to change for him rather than make real efforts to adjust himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. Instead of talking things out or supporting you gently, he might lose his temper, speak harshly, or even say things that deepen the problem. His way of handling stress often stirs up more tension, leaving you feeling caught in the middle and more anxious.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely to be modern with you in private, but expect you to be a traditional supportive wife when his relatives are around. You may find that he lets you be yourself at home, but suddenly wants you to dress, act, or speak a certain way to please his family or keep up appearances. This double standard can make you feel confused and pressured, never fully sure where you stand.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension between you and his family, he's more likely to stay out of it or even side with them rather than support you. You might find him silent during arguments or making excuses for their behavior instead of standing by your side. This can leave you feeling alone and unsure if you're truly valued.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He's likely the kind of man who acts like a mummy's boy. When there's a conflict between you and his mother, expect him to choose her side or stay silent rather than support you. He may avoid upsetting her even if it means ignoring your feelings or letting you face hurt alone. This can leave you feeling like an outsider in your own home, always struggling for his attention and understanding.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he's very likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. This means your personal matters won't stay just between the two of you. He may talk about your problems, arguments, or even small issues instead of working them out together. It keeps outsiders involved in your relationship, making solutions harder and trust weaker.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, after all that analysis, we can conclude that this guy is a C minus. This guy is below par and he has some serious issues to watch out for. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out can feel exhausting and heavy. You may find yourself handling most responsibilities alone, whether at home or with family, while he focuses on what he wants and pays little attention to your needs.